Black Fury. Bern Pascal, in search of the memoirs of his ancestors, sailed from America for Charlons, a wild highland of northern France, steeped in folklore and still alive with tales of witchcraft and black magic. Night fell upon doors, double bolted against evil which walked abroad, and Burden was an object of fear and distrust when he inquired about the fateful inn of the Chat Noirs. Tear his eyes out, he cannot escape. Today he shall join our ancient cult. The awful flame, I cannot get close to him. So, the Chat Noir legend is true. I should have heeded all the warnings. Now I fight alone against these devil cats. Not many hours earlier, when Burden alighted from the Have Charlons train. Tell me, monsieur, where would I find the Chat Noirs? Chat Noir? Really, monsieur, you are joking. Only the devil himself would look for them. No, monsieur, I know nothing. He took off as if I were a leper. What's this all about? Why should the mention of Chat Noir cause such panic? Burden tried again. Not you too. Say, what is there about the Chat Noirs that provoke such fear? Sacre! I do not wish to talk about it. It is a name accursed. I cannot help. After several more attempts, Bern's questions drew an answer. Charlons must be full of superstitious people. Why do they freeze at the mention of Chat Noir? There are old legends connected with the name, tales of witchcraft and wild orgies which have not died out. Monsieur, you do wrong to look for them. Take the train and go back to Have. You are a stubborn one. Nobody knows if any Chat Noirs are alive today, but 10 miles to the south, they used to own land, it is said. I might as well start walking since no one would possibly drive me there. Bah, such ignorance. The shadows lengthened as Burden followed the winding road into the deserted countryside. I'm probably on some wild goose chase. Not a soul for miles around, and it's beginning to get dark. No sense going any further. I'll just curl up. Hey, I've got company. That's the biggest cat I've ever seen. I'll be jiggered. The animal's trying to get me to follow it. Lead on, Tabby. If it's a home you've got, I'll be glad to see it. After a half-hour's trek through thick woods. You didn't steer me wrong, puss. This looks like an old-time inn, and the lights mean there's someone at home. So I've found them, Le Chat Noirs. That's French for the black cats. Now I understand that black cat leading me. Where'd the beast go? It's disappeared. Welcome to the inn of the Chat Noirs, stranger. It is good to see you, for we do not have visitors often. How did you stumble onto our house? The truth is, I was looking for you. But I never would have found you but for the black cat which brought me here. It seems to have vanished. Ah, the cat? Yes, the cat. She has gone to the barn where she sleeps. But tell me, what brought you to Charlons in search of us? Let me introduce myself. I am a relative from America. My mother was a Chat Noir. Before she died, she told me that her ancestors lived near Charlons. When Bern had explained his search for the Chat Noir memoirs, the memoirs must be somewhere in the inn, but there will be time to search tomorrow. Now come, let my daughter Amélie show you to your room. After that walk from Charlons, I'm all in. Just lead the way. Amélie, why do the townspeople fear the name Chat Noir so much? Why doesn't anyone come here? I suppose it is because we like to live alone. We keep to ourselves, so they dislike us. The room was cold with a cutting iciness. Brr, this place is like an icebox, as if it hadn't been heated for centuries. Now what's that? Come in. What's the matter? The fire, the cursed flames. Get it out, quickly. We cannot stand. I mean, the chimney is broken. It is dangerous. After the fire was put out and the Chat Noirs gone, Burton sank into a troubled sleep. Can't understand. Chat Noirs actually terrified by fire. Getting hard for me to breathe. Something heavy pressing on my chest. Burton woke to full consciousness. What? What's this ugly creature doing in my bed? Get off, you devil. It's after my throat. Take that, you black beast. I've never seen a cat attack like this before. There's something unearthly about it. There, that does it. But as Burton looked down into the courtyard of the inn, the cat's gone. Now what's the old woman doing out at this hour? She looks stark raving mad. The next morning, what happened to your mother, Amélie? She fell on the stairs, cousin, but we are very angry that you beat our cat. She is very dear to us. I'm sorry, but she attacked me. I had to defend myself. You are mistaken. She meant no harm. Come, help me look for her. In the woods, near the inn. She must have run away. Amelie, I came here looking for the Chat Noir's memoirs, but looking at you makes me feel I've found something much more important. Let me go, you fool. You are not one of us, yet. Amelie, I'm mad about you. Ow! Amelie, what's come over you? Haha, I told you to let me go, you fool. Suddenly, she was gone. Amelie, come back. Why, she's gone. And only that black cat's in sight, headed for the barn. Amelie isn't here, but this ugly beast of a cat is after me again. Ugh, this thing isn't a cat. It's some monster from another world. No cat has this strength. Before Burden's incredulous eyes, a weird transformation occurred. Great heavens above. Can this be true? Amelie, are you the same creature as that cat? And the same girl you tried to make love to. Now you know all. The Chat Noir line is accursed. Witch's blood courses through our veins. Burden found himself surrounded. You came for the Chat Noir memoirs. Do you think we will part with them and let the world know we still live? Never. No, you will become one of us. Your mother's line escaped the Chat Noir curse, but once the witch's rites are performed, you shall be a true Chat Noir. Paralyzed with terror, Burden's resistance was futile. Amelie, fetch the neat's blood, wolf's phlegm, and mandrake roots. The rites must begin at once. Remember, those scars will never leave your face. Ha ha ha! Burden lashed out in one desperate lunge. He upset the potion. I won't become a beast of a Chat Noir. Cornered by the hellish trio, Burden was forced back into the house. He's trapped. He'll never get away from the house. After him. For the moment, I'm safe. No, I forgot. The monsters can change their forms at will. Come back, you fool. You can't escape the Chat Noirs. Burton suddenly recalled the Chat Noir's terrible fear of fire. It's my only hope. There's nothing a witch fears more than flames. Back, you fiends. This flame will burn your black hearts. Fire, fire. We must not be burned. Ah! Spreading a current of flame through the house, Burden won his freedom. They'll never get the flames put out. I burned my manuscript, but the cursed Chat Noir line is finished. Outside the flaming pyre, Burden collapsed. Ah! The Chat Noirs burn again! Hours later, Burden was roughly awakened. Ah! It was like waking the dead. You look all right. I brought the gendarmes just in case you might have run into trouble. The inn, the Chat Noirs, they're gone. But the ashes are stone cold. What did you expect, monsieur? Here, look at this plaque. On this spot where the Chat Noirs tried and burned as witches in their home, Anno Domini 1796. It's a good thing no evil overtook you. Anything can happen on this accursed ground. You're right, my friend. Anything can happen.